The things I have been hearing working with patients as a dietitian and being on social media in the nutrition space has been very concerning. And I'm probably not even exposed to some of the most controversial and concerning things. There's so much misinformation about nutrition out there. And these nutrition red flags that we're going to talk about today, I feel like these are the biggest reasons that a lot of people don't achieve the state of health that they're hoping to achieve. And they stay really stuck in these negative cycles that lead to disordered eating or just an unhealthy relationship with food. Because I'm about to go off and we're going to have plenty of time for me to go off here. So let's just start. First red flag. If anybody tells you to stay hungry or that you need to be hungry to lose weight,
you're gonna be hungry on this diet, but you just gotta follow it.
This is so concerning to me. Let me tell you something. Hunger is a very natural thing. It's a natural human physiological response to your body telling you, hey, it needs something. It might need more protein, it might need more fiber, it might need some nourishing ingredients, but it needs calories. Your body needs calories to survive. Your brain, your heart, your organs need calories to function. And when you're hungry, that's your body telling you that you have not had enough. Now, I know a lot of people, we might not really understand our hunger. And does it actually mean physical hunger or does this mean head hunger? What does that feel like in your body? I'm talking about physical hunger. For more on head hunger, you could check out this video. But what we're talking about here is that physical sensation of hunger when you haven't received enough nutrients. Physical hunger is a very normal thing. It's just like the urge to urinate. If I had to go to the bathroom and if I had to pee, am I gonna sit there and tell myself,
That's really bad. Peeing is a bad thing, urinating is a bad thing, don't go to the bathroom, it's bad.
We don't do that, right? So then why do we do that with hunger? We look at hunger as such a bad thing. We tell ourselves that we shouldn't be hungry. It's not good to be hungry, that if we're hungry, we're failing somehow. It doesn't make sense from a physiological perspective. Hunger is necessary. It's your body telling you that certain needs are not being met. And if you are able to get in tune with that and learn what it means to listen to your body and learn to identify those hunger cues versus is it more of a craving, what exactly is going on, that's getting you one step closer to taking care of your body in the best way possible. And this advice about ignoring your hunger and looking at hunger as such a bad thing, I feel like this can lead to disordered eating behaviors and it can lead to eating disorders. It can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food, a bad mindset around food. If you're actively going against your hunger cues, that is a red flag to me as a dietitian. That can signify going down a very unhealthy path. I want to point out here that an eating disorder or having disordered eating or going down that path where you're developing a very unhealthy relationship with your body and food, that's just as bad for you as swinging all the way in the opposite direction and, not caring about what you eat at all and just, eating whatever you want. I feel like there are these two extremes. We could fall on either spectrum, but neither of these are good for you. Neither of these are good for your body. We have to find the balance, the middle ground here. I've had patients that do intermittent fasting literally as a disguise for disordered eating. They think that they have to starve themselves all day and then eat one meal at the end of the night. And inevitably that one meal, when they get to that one meal, they're so starving by that point that they're just like, I'm just going to order fast food or pizza because I'm so low energy, I'm so hungry, and then binge on that food. So that's my concern there too with intermittent fasting. When does intermittent fasting just turn into going against your natural body's hunger cues, starving yourself, avoiding listening to your body, avoiding learning about your body? You're just kind of you're not a robot that you have to stick to, I only eat at this time no matter what. When does this intermittent fasting turn into disordered eating? I feel like there's a very fine line there for a lot of people. Achieving a healthy mindset and a healthy body, a healthy relationship with food is not about just avoiding your favorite foods forever. It's just gentle. It's supposed to be gentle. It should be gentle on your body. If you're going on a crash diet or if you're doing something that's unrealistic or so strict, that can put a lot of mental strain and mental pressure on you, and it can backfire. It can backfire and cause the opposite effect of what you're trying to achieve as well. Anyways, I'm going on a little bit of a rant and a tangent here, but this is a huge red flag. If you hear this, maybe rethink about where you're getting this information from and who is giving you this information about avoiding hunger. The second red flag, oh, this is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers. The carnivore diet. This is probably the most irresponsible thing you can do for your health and the environment. For those that don't know, the carnivore diet is a strict elimination diet / some people do it for weight loss or some purported other alleged health benefits. You literally only eat meat and some dairy products and I believe eggs. Some of the things that people will say on the carnivore diet is that, oh, all their IBS symptoms have been resolved. They don't have any more gut issues. They feel so much better, which makes sense if you have IBS or if you're intolerant to certain carbohydrates because you're eliminating those carbohydrates. But then elimination diets, first of all, if you're on an elimination diet, you're not supposed to be on that forever. The carnivore diet is not, I would never recommend the carnivore diet as an elimination diet, but there is such thing as a low FODMAP diet, which is an elimination diet that you follow for a very short amount of time. It's only 2 to 3 weeks until you feel better from your IBS symptoms. And then we slowly add in foods one at a time. We reintroduce those foods. We give you those food challenges to figure out what your food triggers are, because you're not supposed to be on an elimination diet forever. That is not good for you. You're putting yourself at risk for a lot of vitamin deficiencies. And you're supposed to do elimination diets under medical supervision, which, by the way, if you need help with this, I can help. Check out the link in the description for one-on-one sessions that I offer. But going back to the carnivore diet in general, if we're eating a diet that is so high in meat and animal products, not eating any fruits or vegetables or vitamin C containing foods, we're missing out on a lot of micronutrients. We're missing out on vitamin C. I know a lot of proponents of the carnivore diet say, well, we don't need vitamin C. We don't actually need it because our body can make it if we're deficient in it. Okay, just because you don't need something in a large amount doesn't mean that it's optimal for your body. It might be true that, okay, in periods of restriction, you could be making a little bit, which also is not enough to sustain your body. You need to get vitamin C from food or a supplement if you need that. If you're not eating an adequate amount of vitamin C, not only can you develop scurvy and other very concerning health conditions, but you're not gonna be creating enough collagen in your body because vitamin C is a precursor to collagen. You might not have a very healthy immune system because vitamin C is somewhat responsible for producing white blood cells which help fight infection, help with your immune system. We also know that vitamin C as an antioxidant, it helps fight free radicals. So it's very important as an antioxidant for your eye health, for your vision. Like all these vitamins and minerals, all these micronutrients that we get from fruits and vegetables are so underrated. I feel like there's not enough information out there about why these fruits and vegetables are so important, which is why I did create a little video. Actually, I got 2 videos for you. I have one short and one full video on why eating plants is so important. What is the benefit actually? And I'm not going to go into it too much in this video, but I dive deeper into it in those videos, which I will link up here. But sure, a person can survive with a very minimal amount of a certain micronutrient, but is surviving thriving though? Just because I can survive off of 12 ounces of water a day, does that mean I'm thriving off of 12 ounces of water a day? Because I know I'm gonna feel lethargic and my skin's gonna suffer and I'm gonna be constipated. I don't know about you, but I don't wanna be constipated. Not to mention that when we're on a carnivore diet, especially if you have a family history of high blood pressure or heart disease, you're putting yourself at an even higher risk of those issues. And as well as colon cancer, because we're not getting the amount of fiber that we need in a day. And fiber is so important for your gut health. We are making our gut health suffer. That is another downside of the carnivore diet, because sure, like those with IBS symptoms might find relief because they're eliminating those carbs, which you don't have to go on the carnivore diet to do that. But ultimately, your gut thrives off of certain types of carbohydrates. Those types of carbohydrates are fiber carbohydrates. And on the carnivore diet, you're not getting any fiber. So you might experience a lot of constipation. You might kill off a lot of the good bacteria that's in your gut. And we know, I think a lot of us already know the importance of having good gut health for our brain, for our immune system. We have the gut-brain connection here. The gut it talks to neurotransmitters in your brain, and it's very important if you want to make sure that you have a healthy body, that you are thinking about your gut health and you're optimizing the foods that you're eating so that your gut microflora is happy and that they're thriving, because that has a lot of positive benefits to other aspects of your health, including your immune system. I have a video on that too that you can check out right here. If I talk anymore about the carnivore diet, it's gonna be a little bit too much. So post your questions also in the comments. And if you like this video, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up as well. The next one, the next red flag, don't eat fruit. Don't eat fruit. Right. Okay, so you're telling me that I should not eat a whole food that has antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. And these antioxidants protect against cell damage, can have an impact on your eye health. I'm obsessed with eye health lately, I'm sorry. Fruits contain potassium, which is important for your heart health, your muscle function as well. Potassium is important for that. The more potassium you eat, the more sodium you excrete. So those with high blood pressure, it's a great thing to eat more fruit. So you're telling me I should take all of those benefits out? Now, there are some nuances to this. This is not so black and white. I have seen patients that eat a very large amount of fruit, 5 cups or so a day, and that's edging out other important nutrients, such as the nutrients you get from vegetables and protein-rich foods and all of that stuff, and can also contribute to a large amount of calories. Fruit can be a little bit higher calorie than vegetables. Not that calories are bad, okay? Calories are still a good thing, but there is a balance there. The recommendation, I believe, I'll put it on the screen, it's about 2 cups a day for men, or 1 cup a day for women or so. This is also individualized depending on your medical conditions, because some people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, might have to control the amount of carbohydrates they're eating per meal, and they might thrive off of a little bit lower carbohydrate diet. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't eat fruit. I still think that people with diabetes should be eating fruit. Talk to your doctor or dietitian for the amount that you need and more individualized specific help. I think it's just a huge red flag. It's something to watch out for when people tell you to avoid a whole food. If it's a whole food, a fruit or a vegetable, you're telling me to avoid it, that should be a red flag. Again, there are exceptions. People with IBS may have to avoid certain types of high FODMAP fruits, people with diabetes, people with food allergies to certain types of fruits. There are always going to be exceptions, but it's a little bit of a red flag. It's a little bit concerning. You know what I mean? Now, I know there's probably so many more red flags that I just can't think of right now, but I had to stop everything I was doing today and film this video because these are just some things that that I've been hearing from my patients that I've been working with lately, and just things I've been seeing online lately. But if there's any myths or any questions that you guys have about nutrition or any red flags that you feel like you've been hearing, put them in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I can do another video like this if you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this, I would so appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. I'm really trying to grow my channel here. I feel like it needs some kind of a refresh or something. I'm lately feeling a lot more inspired to make more videos, and I would love your feedback as well. So always let me know. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. But in the meantime, watch this video next because YouTube thinks that you might like it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye.